Shall I? Good morning, everyone.
Just hold on, Akshita.
Yeah.
So, good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr. Shubha Dwivedi from IIMT University, Meerut, India. I welcome you all in today's session, and this particular session is governed in the umbrella of National Technology Day, and it is actually also included in the IIC calendar activity. So, for doing so, I am highly grateful to our authorities of IIMT University for providing me the chance to organize this type of sessions. Today's eminent guest is Ms. Akshita Kapoor, and she's actually the biotechnologist. She completed her BTech in biotechnology, and after then she completed her MBA from IIM Ranchi. So, not taking much of time, I am going to invite Ms. Akshita Kapoor for the session.
Good morning. My name is Akshata, and as very wonderfully explained by Shubha ma'am, so yeah, I have completed my MBA from IIM Ranchi, and yes, I am a biotechnologist. So today's topic is Industry 4.0 or Humanity 4.0. So let's begin with the same topic. So first of all, I would like to start with an experiment. This is an exciting experiment with me today where I would like everyone who are viewing this particular video that please, listen to what I'll be saying in the next few minutes. So here I'm going to play two audio clips, and if you recognize any of those sounds, please raise virtual or digital hand or say, I know, maybe recollect in your own thoughts that, yeah, I know this sound. Now, fair bit of warning before we get started to each of these sounds. So these all of the sounds which I'm going to play will be a pleasure to millions of people worldwide, and they also represent torture for many, depending on you from where you come. So are you ready about it? So the clip number one, which I'm going to play, is this. So there we go. I hope that many of you recognizes this sound, and if yes, then it's perfect. And for those who don't know that what that sound was, it wasn't Star Wars. It was a sound of the modem connecting to the internet in the early days when the internet really started. So this was actually around 90s, late 80s, somewhere around that we used to have speeds of 56.6 kilobytes a second. That's roughly about 20,000 times slower than your average call phones today. Really, those were the internet speeds, but for people then, for those who saw that era, it was time for big change. And it was an exciting time because every time you connect to the internet, it was like you are getting into an unknown territory. You didn't know what to expect. And so that thrill factor still lives with us. I'm going to play the second sound. And now, if you recognize it, then
Akshita, Akshita, hello. Hello, Akshita. Hello, Akshita.
Hello, I'm really sorry. So,
It's
because
okay.
we are talking about internet and internet is creating a lot of problems for us today, probably because of heavy rainfall over here. So, shall we continue from where we were?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay.
You wanted to share your slide?
No, no, no. Okay. So, we are talking about clip number one, which I said that this is one of the clip which everyone has heard about, where the average speed then was 56.6 kilobytes, which is roughly around 20,000 times slower than your average call phones today. Now, let me show you, or let me make you hear one more clip number two. So this is clip number two, and I believe that many of you would have recognized this sound. So this was a sound of Angry Bird taking off, flying in the air, hitting these evil pigs that stole their eggs and crashing in there to reclaim those eggs. And it's from very popular game called Angry Birds that's being played by millions and millions of people worldwide. In fact, Angry Bird is played by over, I don't know if I remember this right, 200 million plus people every month. They have a subscriber base of uh, of all the games that is played every day for 250 million minutes per day. That is equal to about 16 years. 16 years of playtime every single day, and it's just one game. There's hundreds and thousands of people who are playing this. And there are many more games to it. So the world is becoming a place where we all, despite the fact that we all are part of this huge change, we are also shrinking on our own spaces because we are so much spending a lot of time on our cell phones. We don't communicate with the people anymore. We don't go out and communicate anymore. Nowadays, I travel in metro a lot and I see everyone is busy on their cell phones. I mean, a lot of people get a chance to interact with each other because everyone is, sitting in close proximity to each other. Still, there is no one who is actually putting their heads up and looking at the people, looking at the outside beauty, or even interacting with the people. Oh, hi, how are you? What are you doing in life? Nothing like that. It was like just all are mute and everyone is just busy, not in thinking or looking at the beauty or anyone else, but everyone is busy on their cell phones. They have their headphones on their head and their cell phones in their hand, and they are actually interacting with cell phone. People are consuming a lot of time with these technologies. So now I will talk to you on a very important thing. Very important thing, that is what we are about to talk about here, is the fourth revolution, fourth industrial revolution. But before that, a quick lesson on industrial revolution, and this won't be long. So first revolution, it was steam engine. Steam engine was invented where manual processes were out of the way. The steam engine powered in, and there were industries, there were automotives, which all of those come into play. So there was a huge change where humanity got a thing to do things faster. Then there was second revolution where electricity was invented and travel was made easy, factories were running, and everything was running on electricity where the cables were used. Then there came in third revolution in the year of 1940s, 50s, 60s, where automation took place. Goods were produced faster and faster, and transport those goods was even more easier then. But now coming to the topic of the day, that we are in fourth revolution. And what is different in this is started now. The difference in fourth revolution is that it started now and kicked off because of technology, internet related technologies. us much faster than we anticipate. It is time when men and machine come together, where artificial intelligence will work to create different outcomes as we have never seen before. So it is now time for us and technology to work together. It is time for us to use the technology, to learn from it, to bring in that change. But instead of working together, instead of using together, instead of learning from it, instead of bringing change, people have become isolated. Now, this is the age of fading away of attention time spans. Attention span is lowest today. It was found out of YouTube that today attention span is of 9 seconds. Now, I'm not talking as of today, as in today, but yeah, few years back, it was 9 seconds. And the goldfish attention span is 8 seconds. So we were at dangerous position where we could have actually crossed goldfish attention span. But guess what? We have actually crossed goldfish attention span. It is not a very good news about it, which I am telling over here smiling, but I am sarcastic on this point that we have actually crossed this goldfish attention span. Now we have attention span of 5 to 6 seconds. Now, if you would have observed yourself when you go on a YouTube, when you go on Instagram and you watch things, you just see at the first moment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'm not liking it. Move on. This is how we actually judge things. This is how we actually grasp things. We want to have a lot of information in as minimum time as possible. Probably we don't have much time. Probably we are more busy to entertain ourselves. Probably we don't want to learn things. Probably we want to enjoy more and learn less, and we want results more, and we want more money and a very less time in. So everything is very different now, and it has been observed by experts that in future that it would be just 2.3 seconds in future attention span of an average human. Well, this is alerting, this is shocking, but that is not that dangerous, because even then, if people want to learn things, they can learn, but they have to learn in a process, and then also they can accomplish things. Because of technology, we are going ahead, and there are a lot of positive things that are happening with us because of the technology, because of internet of things. Actually, I can communicate with a lot of people just because of this laptop, and this laptop is connected to an internet. I don't have to come to people's place. I don't have to go to each and everyone's home and to communicate things. And not everyone has to, come to my place to learn things. So here the time is reduced, but people want to reduce this time as well. So people want just look at things in within 5 seconds, and they judge what has to be done and what not has to be done. So now comes very important thing. I recall one of the very interesting statement which is said in Spider-Man, and I'm sure that most of the people are fan of Spider-Man, not just fans. So everyone would have watched this particular movie, where it says, where Uncle Ben, when he pulls over the car and says to Peter, with great power comes great responsibility. And this particular line has been echoed in the entire movie, which is very true. We today have a power of technology. We have power of internet, where things are faster, where things are easier, where things can change the world, where things can change how we behave, how we do things. But we should be responsible in using those power. There are a lot of changes in the world, be it in healthcare. For example, we can now, in today's world, we can scan 50 million brains, which is phenomenal. We have smart cities, we have electricity all over the area, we have blockchain in the system. And also very interesting thing that this new word, after, especially after COVID-19, we have seen this omni-channel retail thing, where businesses have have taken place all on online. Usually in the previous time before COVID, actually, it was all physical outlets where we have to go there. But now the business have been created just when we open our eyes. We don't have to even get out of the bed and open the doors of our closet, water closet, or maybe our almirah, or maybe our doorstep. We don't have to open anything, just we have to open our eyes. That's it. And we are this close to things. And in fact, people are earning a lot of money through this medium, through internet. So it depends on us. At last, we just sieve into one thing, that it all depends on us, that how we are using this. Is industry 4.0 is bringing a change, and if it is bringing a change, in what way? Well, my answer is yes, it is bringing a huge change. And one more thing, no matter what, you belong from any of the religion, any creed, any caste, or anyone, be you are a millennial, or you belong from a Gen Z, Gen X, or a boomer, a zoomer, or anything, it doesn't really matter, because technology, internet, doesn't actually compare you with anyone. It doesn't compare you on the basis of your color, on your basis of your caste, or anything. It is just equal for us. But the comparison lies over here, how we are using it. So definitely industry 4.0 is a boom for us, but at last it is us, how we are creating value out of it. So last but not the least, just one line: with great power comes great responsibility. And this is the line which we have to carry forward, and we have to put everything in its place and make sense and create value out of things. Thank you.
That's very nice, Akshita. In a very small lecture, you told about very large, very big things. And thank you for being here on my first call, that you accept my invitation. Thank you so much, Akshita. And if I have any question, I will go through with the YouTube live video. Then definitely I will let you know through the mail. Okay. So thank you so much for now. And I'm going to end this meeting.